Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler review series videos I'm going to do for a little while now. I'll go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff and drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. These had better be good because I had to wait for them and I'm hungry. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there and try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. Whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today, though? Happens to be my horror shirt. I know it's HO9909, but it's pronounced horror. But what the hell is horror, and why is it spelled funny? Well, it's spelled funny because it's just a stylistic choice. But horror, a really cool band that I ran into about a month ago at the time I'm doing this. They were opening up for another act that I went to see called Grandson, and I was immediately really impressed with these folks and what they were doing. They had a whole sort of like industrial punk rap kind of vibe to it. It was really cool. I'm more of a metal person by trade, but I enjoy some punk music here and there, and I love industrial, and I love blending elements together, so I really enjoyed what they were doing. So much so, not only did I get a shirt, I also got some videos of their performance I attended. Those videos are on my channel in case maybe you want to check them out. If nothing else, I'll be more than happy to point you in the right direction as far as their music is concerned because I think they're awesome. But anyway, so what am I trying for your day, folks? What are we doing here? Why did I have to wait? Well, I had to wait because they made it fresh, so, hey, fair dues, fair dues. But I am definitely really hungry. This is the first thing I've had to eat since, like, the early morning. So I'm hoping this is really good because I decided to pop on out to, boom, Wendy's. And I got there, there's stuff and things. Boom! I went over there. I hope this is what I thought it was. Ha! I got their new chicken tenders. Okay. So yeah, Wendy's has chicken tenders. Right? I was just mentioning this not that long ago. What was it? There was something... Taco Bell. Taco Bell just came out with new chicken tenders. So everybody's kind of doing it. I figured I'll get in on it. Why not? And I do have to mention this. I asked for signature sauce, but I got scorching hot. But that's fine. We'll roll with it. So it looked like this. Whoa, don't do that. And we'll just kind of go, ha 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 ha. Sure. Let's try out some tenders from Wendy's. Let's give it a go without the sauce first. That's a good tender. It's tender. I mean, right off the bat, there you go. Nice and juicy on the inside. That's nice. I mean, Wendy's, they have good chicken sandwiches and stuff, so I would imagine this wouldn't be too difficult for them. The overall flavor is nice. It's not overly seasoned, but it's still got a nice little something to it. The exterior can maybe be a little bit crunchier. I do prefer, my tenders to be nice and crunchy on the outside, but at the same time, they're not like, soggy or anything like that. Like, they're still got a little bite to them, so. The crunchiness factor is still pretty solid. Like, chicken tastes good. Yeah, I mean, these are genuinely some pretty decent tasting tenders. I wouldn't say they're anything like overly exceptional or anything, but for being fast food tenders, they're not bad. Thing is, if we're talking fast food tenders, see, there you got a little extra crunchiness. If we're talking fast food tenders, you know, if I'm comparing them against like Popeyes or KFC, obviously, or I guess you even have Raising Cane's, I wouldn't put these up there with any of those, with like places that obviously specialize in chicken. Because at least with those, I mean, with Raising Cane's, you've got the Raising Cane's sauce, you know, to kind of give it that extra oomph. With Popeyes and KFC, you know, they both have very distinct signature flavors because, of course, that's what they do. Chicken is their bread and butter. These are perfectly competently put together. The chicken tastes nice. They just don't have a ton of personality. You know, there's nothing that really makes them stand out and make me think, oh yeah, those are some really good Wendy's chicken tenders. They're just some solid chicken tenders. But let's try some with the scorching hot sauce, which isn't the signature sauce. Try it in a finger. That's basically a buffalo sauce. Just a little, maybe a little less tangy. It's got a little heat to it. Kind of goes to the back of your throat a little. Yeah, it's very similar to a buffalo sauce. Not one for one, but let's try it with the chicken. Yep. Yeah, I mean, it works perfectly fine because it's basically buffalo sauce, so the flavor manages. It does lose a little something, obviously, because, you know, now it's contending with the flavors from the chicken. You know, so it isn't quite as oomphy, which could be good or bad for you, depending. But, yeah, I mean, it works nice. It dips nice. I don't know if it would have been as good as the signature sauce, but I don't mind buffalo sauce, and that's pretty much what it is. So, sure, why the hell not? Pretty good. All right. 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? I mean, fuck it. Sure and sure. The only thing that kind of throws me off a little bit with this, so you can get it as a 3-piece or a 4-piece, right? 3-piece is like, I think, what is it? It's like $5.19 or something like that. It's a little over $5. Getting the 4-piece puts it to over $7. So you're basically paying over $2 for that extra one. And that doesn't math because it's only 4 things. So I do kind of feel like the 4-piece is a little bit of a ripoff compared to the 3-piece. You might as well just get that, save yourself a couple bucks. But in terms of just the flavor and the overall of what it is, it's not bad. Like I said, I don't think they're anything holy shit amazing, but like there's some very competently put together tenders. The chicken tastes nice. The coating is nice. They don't have a lot of personality, but, you know, they're not doing anything wrong. And as an option to have, you know, especially maybe if you got kids or something like that, you know, maybe they're a little bit more discerning. Maybe they don't want a burger or what have you. You know, some chicken tenders. As for the scorching sauce, again, it's just buffalo sauce, you know. So if you're not into buffalo sauce, if you don't like heat, they have other sauces available, like their signature sauce. But if I'm recommending it, sure. Chicken tenders are one of those things that are pretty much universal. I think most people can get down with some chicken tenders. I mean, obviously, if you're vegan or vegetarian, you know, or what have you. But most people are cool with chicken tenders. And these are some decent ones, you know. Wendy's typically does a pretty good job with their food. And I would say that this continues that trend. I do wish that there was a little razzle-dazzle to them, something to kind of make them stand out. Even with, like, the Taco Bell ones, you know, they had, like, a very distinct crunchiness to them, you know? Like, they really made them extra crunchy. These, but they're pretty decent, and you do get a variety of sauces. Again, one of which is the signature sauce, which I guess I'll never get to try. But they're pretty good. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there themselves a truly chicken tenders-tastic rest of your life. Because, folks, chicken tenders are tasty. They're just good. So, final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what do you do if you can't do it all the time? I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. And folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. When we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there, whenever possible, take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, let me know. When it comes to, your chicken tender experience, do you prefer them just by themselves? Do you prefer them with a specific type of sauce? Do you like them spicy, mild, what have you? Because, chicken tenders are kind of a perfect platform, right? They're easy to eat. You can do a lot of things with them. I think for me personally, I usually just kind of, standard, with some sauce. That's about it. But at the same time, I'll do pretty much whatever, man. Chicken tenders are just good. Let me know your thoughts, though.